Welcome back to Houston Life. We always feel a bit younger when the team from Antiage Institute stops by. Today, they are showing us how filler can be used to contour a jawline, get rid of dark circles. The list goes on and on, even fix a recessed chin. It truly is incredible. Joining us now, Dr. Richard LeConey, who leads the practice, along with registered nurses and aesthetic injectors, Cece Yaya, Megan Marco, patient and patient coordinator Tova Farrar, and Houston Life co-host Tessa Barrera, who didn't waste any time sitting down because she wants some Botox.
I'm a patient.
Welcome. And this really is incredible. I mean, we know about Botox because it helps paralyze the muscles so your collagen fills in, right? But filler, people are using filler for surgical results without the surgery, right?
That's exactly right. I mean, I couldn't have said it better. Things that formerly required plastic surgeons' intervention and put in implants and things that were semi-permanent. Now you can do it through a skinny needle and you can adjust it as you go. So the patient actually can be fully awake and part of the process and go, no, I'd like it a little
bit more,
a little wider, I'd like it a little long. They can be there to say, it's kind of like in the old days, you know, for a breast implant, someone woke up and they go, not exactly what I thought, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine the benefit of being able to talk to the nurse injectors while this is going. And what's incredible about the Anti-Age Institute, where you go matters, right, Dr. LeConey? You have some of the best trained, registered nurses who are also aesthetic injectors. This is key. And CT and Megan, you essentially tag team on a lot of the patients to get the look that you're going for. Let's talk about Tova, because Tova, you are perfect. You look beautiful. Yes. But about 6 or so years ago, there are some things that you wanted to work on, and facial balancing being one of them.
Yeah. After having kids 8 years ago, I lost a tremendous amount of volume in my face. And you'll see my befores, but I look tired and, let's be honest, a little haggard. And over the years with Anti-Age Institute, gradually they've given me that youthful look back and that rebalancing, overall rebalancing. I'm very grateful for them.
Well, you look fantastic, and I think it's incredible that you used to be a patient and now you're working there. And this is something we mentioned just now, that where you go matters. Talk to us about your strategy, because you're seeing a lot of people coming in with jawline issues, maybe chin issues, around the under eyes, and a lot of people feel like, oh, the only way I'm going to fix this is by having surgery. Proof is in the pudding.
Yes, absolutely. I feel like we've really mastered the craft of undetectable injectables. Living proof right here, of course. And so on her, you know, we worked on, she mentioned like, you know, volume loss. So we've been able to really restore that foundational layer by doing something called a biostimulator, like Sculptra. So I like to think about it as like your 401k or your retirement fund, where you're just investing in this gradual payoff over time, where you look and age more naturally by, you know, addressing those signs of aging.
As you go, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And natural CT, sorry to jump in, that is key, right? Because we've all seen on social media filler gone wrong, right? People who are overdoing it, or they're maybe going to someone's garage to do it. Please don't do that. Don't go to the gas station to get filler or Botox. Megan, can you show us on the screen some of the areas that you worked on with Tova? I'm noticing the crow's feet right away.
Yeah, so on Tova, like our main goal essentially was to revolumize her face throughout, just because as she aged, she lost volume. We really wanted to soften shadows and really transition throughout the face, just so that it was nice and blended, and then highlight her natural contours of the face. She's got beautiful cheeks, so we just kind of enhanced her already beautiful face.
And it is an already beautiful face, but Tova, what I think is incredible about these before and afters, I do think truly you look younger now than you did 6 years ago.
I agree.
And how do you feel?
I feel great. I feel like they've given me my self-confidence back. Truly.
Yeah, which is a big thing. Also, I notice you still have your dimples.
I do. I wanted to keep those. Those are from my daddy. So I asked them to work on smoothing out the areas around, but I wanted to keep my dimples.
Wait, you can get rid of your dimples? Wow.
You can. And some people do.
Don't ever do that.
Natural is key. And Dr. LeConey, so Tessa has been coming, well, and I have too, full disclosure. We both get Botox.
We love it.
And you can go ahead and get started on Tessa, but talk to us about some of the uses. People often think of like the forehead, but Tessa also works on the neckline and
The masseters.
Masseter muscle, yeah.
so there are all kinds of uses for
Yeah, there's
Botox.
a lot of things you can do. Some of the things we're doing recently now is little Botox around here to reduce the pull down of certain muscles that allow the neckline or the jawline to have a slightly better profile. Just like the fillers, you can fill in the back here a little bit if someone's kind of receding. Again, a lot of things you can do with it.
And the slight tweaks, too, I think are important. It's funny, I've always been very transparent about the fact that I am a patient of the Anti-Age Institute. I wouldn't trust anyone else with my face. And people always say, no, you don't need Botox. You don't need it. Well, y'all, it's because I get it. And we have a video, and so here's CT doing my Botox a couple weeks ago. But we also have a video, I shot a video of just my forehead and how wrinkly it gets when I am not going in so wrinkly. So, okay, I know, it's not terrible. Also, who knew I'd flare my nostrils so aggressively while I raise my eyebrows? But this is just, I guess 2 weeks span. This was about 2 weeks ago before, and then my after was just yesterday in the office. Let's talk about the natural approach. And when people are coming in, CT and Megan, when they're coming in and saying, hey, my jawline is bothering me, or my chin, I want it to be more prominent. Again, when it's you, it feels very, very personal, but this is a very common request from your patients.
Yeah, I would have to agree. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people come in definitely under eyes. They feel like they look tired. That's the #1 complaint.
Interesting.
Yes, so I feel like we've been able to restore something more arrested with her, more rejuvenated and refreshed. So again, definitely. Oh, there you go.
Here's my before and after, by the way. They just told me they're taking this. So you can see, I'm trying to lift my eyebrows now. I cannot.
Well,
I always tell them to freeze me like Elsa the Ice Queen. You did a great job freezing my forehead. So Tessa, how are you doing over there?
so I'm actually doing great in that time you were talking. I got like a couple of pricks on my forehead here, little, you know, it's like a little teeny prick that is just, as soon as you start to feel it, I feel like it's over.
It's a pediatric needle, so you don't really feel it, right?
And I am the biggest baby. I have a low pain tolerance. I'm not brave, but this is something that really I can do kind of without a breeze. And I get my neck bands too, because I have like the world's strongest neck muscles. And when I used to smile, they would stick out. And it was just, it wasn't a huge deal, but it was something that bothered me. And the Botox is something that really helps with that.
Well, I've always thought you have a very nice neck.
Well,
Tessa.
yeah, well, I do now.
Yeah, thanks to Dr. LeConey. By the way,
I'm impressed you didn't miss a syllable while I was sitting here.
39 years as an ER doctor as well. Again, this is a doctor-led practice. If you're going to do Botox, any kind of fillers, because filler lasts for a couple years, right?
Yes.
You want to be sure that you are going to a place that is accredited, when they know what they're doing and they hire the best team in town. Y'all are like a family to us. We're so glad that you're one of the sponsors of our show. Thanks for coming by. And Tova, you look phenomenal. You really do.
Look great, Tova.